The following program was produced by an independent community producer. The opinions expressed do not necessarily reflect those of the ECAT staff or board of directors.
There's a girl, she's a star, she's got style, Steffi Star, you see her face around the town, she's popular, Steffi Star.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Weinstein.
And I'm Meredith Keach.
And we have a top-notch real estate gigantic team, very, very successful.
Mm-hmm.
We are all throughout the South Shore of Boston.
Yes.
And it's called
Weinstein Keach.
Mm-hmm.
We focus on commercial and residential, vacation, investment, rental, whatever you need. We can handle
literally whatever you need. I'm
Yes.
about to get my Rhode Island license.
Yep.
We also are licensed in New Hampshire.
Mm-hmm. Did you pass the Corey?
I'm waiting.
Oh.
I emailed. I'm like, hello, government, where is my query? They're like, it takes 5 to 10 days. Tony's like, that should come back immediately.
One would think.
One would think. So, but I did pass my lead test.
Nice
Rhode Island is a lead safe state, not a lead free. So if there is lead paint on the wall, they paint over it. But enough about that.
Yes.
Let's introduce our guest for today.
Stacey Verde. Welcome.
Hello.
Denise Papagno. Welcome.
Thank you.
Now, Denise is married to one of my favorite and Meredith's favorite bosses, Joe Papagno.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Ever.
He recruited me to Coldwell Banker, and my real estate career skyrocketed.
Yeah, mine too.
Well, I met him at Papagno Real Estate.
Oh.
You did?
And we got married.
my
Stop.
gosh.
Denise, I had no idea.
Yeah, so
Wait, you were selling real estate?
is the place. Yes.
That's pretty cool.
30 years ago.
I had no idea.
Well, and the other cool thing is Denise was a police officer for a long time.
I know.
She protected the mean streets.
Of Easton?
Knows how to shoot guns and kill people and
She's
take
so
them down
cool.
Try not to kill people, Meredith.
well, you could.
If she had to,
Right.
she would.
That's something that's amazing to me. Really
20,
is.
yeah, 20
Do you
years.
carry?
I do.
How cool is that? I might go shooting guns today. 2
Really?
o'clock. Yeah, if I can get it figured out. Yeah, with
You
my
can
uncle.
get it figured out.
I still haven't done it. I got my LTC over a year ago, and my uncle's like, let's do it this summer. So yesterday he was like, meet me up there at 2 o'clock.
Meredith, do
where do you
it.
go?
Mansfield he is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said he'll have everything. And
Joe will take you anytime, too.
he
He's
said
always
that.
looking for people to go
for
with.
ever. He's like, get your
Yeah.
LTC. So I finally got it. And I have not ever shot a gun. I've only held it in the LTC class. So I'm like,
You
so
didn't
excited.
go through the training? They didn't
They just have you
shoot
hold the
during
gun.
the training?
Nope.
That's crazy.
Right?
I kind of want to do it. What about
Yeah.
you, Stacey?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Mm.
I never wanted to, but I kind of want to now.
Yeah, I do.
Well, you
I have a cramp
absolutely
in my
should
leg.
if you already have your license and
Yeah.
you have a gun.
Yeah. Well, I don't have a gun.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meredith, will you get a gun?
I mean,
A cute little pink one?
no, but my husband could. He's was an army guy in artillery, and
Does he have his license to carry?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. And they made him go through the class, even though.
Does he carry?
No. But I don't know. Maybe it would. World's getting weird, right? We saw that the last few years. People get strange.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. There's all debates. I mean, I get it.
Yeah, right.
My sister-in-law was like, what are you going to do? I'm like, I know. So I get it.
Yeah.
But I'm doing it for fun.
Yeah.
Because I've never done it. It's pretty cool. I went four-wheeling this past weekend, and that was pretty fun.
Oh, that sounds cool.
I watched a video and had to hold my breasts
Yeah.
while I watched her video because all I could think of was me.
Yes.
I was like,
I did wear a double sports bra, but I basically, it was like being in a roller coaster for 6 hours.
Oh.
It was amazing.
Where did you go?
New Hampshire, northern New Hampshire. So we went out of Gorham. We actually drove over 100 miles. Most people go 30. Well, Samantha and her friends, we did 105. We go all the way up and then came all the way back. And then it was incredible. There's a whole economy of these razors So they're like, you would imagine a dune buggy kind of, they had all these springs and stuff, so you can go up and over rocks and mountains and down around corners and this and that. And they're 2-seaters or 4-seaters, and I think there actually is a 1-seater. And so when we got to Errol, New Hampshire, which is, Gorham is 2 hours from Meredith, so it kind of tells you you're way up there. And we went to lunch, and there were dozens of these buggies. So at the gas station, it wasn't like there was one. There were probably 20. So there's this whole economy that's built on the four-wheeling now and the ATVs, whether in the winter or the summer, but it was pretty cool. I mean, you got to try stuff, right?
Yeah.
Why not?
Definitely.
That's a long time.
Yeah, it was fun.
I mean, that was a long ride. How many hours were you out for?
Like 6, I think. We probably got going at 9:30, 10, and well, more than that, I guess, because we came in at 6, like right by the skin of our teeth. It was wicked fun.
Was that the first time you'd gone?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yep. And they were incensed that there was a governor on the throttle, so you could only go 37 miles an hour, and they like to go 80.
They should get their money back.
I mean, I like speed, but I was a little happy that my first time out, we could only max out at 37.
Definitely.
But they were not happy.
Was it cold or warm?
Well, it was
Sweating?
a little rainy, a little sunny.
Did you have to rent a helmet?
No, they give you one. But none of them wore a helmet. I think me and the 4-year-old and the dad of the 4-year-old were the only ones wearing a helmet. Sam was like, you don't have to wear that. I'm like,
New Hampshire, you don't have to wear one.
Yeah, I think I want to.
Wow.
We roll. I don't want my
Be
squash
free
getting hurt.
or die.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah.
You didn't want to die.
I mean, if I wear a helmet skiing, why wouldn't I wear it for wheel?
I wouldn't even think of not wearing a helmet.
Yeah, but they didn't. They felt comfortable.
Interesting.
Yeah, we had ponchos, so it would rain, and then you drive through the puddles. And so shooting guns and riding 4-wheelers, that's my world now.
This is a whole world that I don't know anything about.
Yeah, well, let's talk about HUGS.
Sure.
What does HUGS stand for? And why are you both here? What is your affiliation with HUGS?
So HUG stands for Help Us Get Safe, and we're a nonprofit organization that was established in 1997, 26 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so the town of Easton, the police department, and different other department heads in the town got together and formed a family violence task force, and from there, HUGS was created. So I was the founder.
Wow,
Denise.
Oh, Denise. Yay.
And during my time at the Easton Police Department, I was a domestic violence officer.
Right.
Oh. So, obviously we saw the need, and, the police department would keep responding to the same addresses, or even, of course, a lot of different addresses. And, we have to respond. We're not there for very long. And we leave, and you feel sad, you feel frustrated that, these families need more help than the police just arriving every time they call.
Right.
So we saw the need to help, certainly, families that are affected by domestic violence. And we are full circle. Basically, we create awareness around the topic. We believe in education because we want to prevent people from getting into these violent relationships.
Right.
And then, of course, we help people that are in that situation with all types of different services. So,
like what type? So, if I have to call the police because I'm in danger or my kids or whatever, police come, settle the situation. Then from there, how does HUGS help?
So the police department, by law, has to give information to victims at these calls so that they know where they can get resources. And we make up handouts, and we have those in the packets. They're also told about restraining orders. So either the police department will give us a call, a police officer, or the victim themselves, if they're looking for services, they may call us. And we also get tons of referrals, too, from places like Family and Community Resources, just other community members like yourselves. I think you've called me, Meredith,
Yeah.
about past coworkers.
Yeah.
Like, I'm aware of this. What do I do? and we give out tons of advice, certainly then refer people to services that other organizations do professionally, like the food pantry. So we don't have a food pantry, but we know the phone number and how to connect someone with the food pantry because they do an unbelievable, fabulous job. People don't even think that.
Oh, our Easton Pantry. Oh,
yes,
Easton Pantry.
of
Yeah, we
course.
service a lot of families.
Right, right.
Yep.
People don't think that Easton
Yep.
needs a food pantry.
Yep.
They don't think that we have domestic violence because of our economy and our status of people.
Please, right.
So I'm still on the board. Stacey's has been our president for the past 10 years.
Oh,
Stacey.
Stacey, yay.
You can tell about yourself.
So I grew up in Easton, and I remember being in high school and knowing people that were experiencing dating violence, and nobody talked about it. It just didn't exist. Everybody knew it was going on, and that was just the way it was. I got involved with helping survivors of domestic violence when I was in college and have continued up until today. I left Massachusetts for a while, and when I came back in, was it 2005, 2006, I joined Hugs. I sought them out. So I've been involved with Hugs since then. And I'm currently the president. I also help with the direct victim services. I am an attorney, and I specialize in family law. So a lot of times I will directly help the victims, give them advice, consult with them, steer them in the right direction regarding restraining orders, custody, divorce actions.
That's heavy stuff.
Yeah, it can be. Lately, we've gotten a lot of referrals from the schools. One thing that Easton is now doing is they actually have a civil advocate that works closely with the police and does follow-up with all of the calls for domestic violence. So I've connected with her, and so we're going to share information with that, and she's hoping to join Hugs starting in the fall.
That's great. Well, I think even just to your point, having access to resources, right, is so empowering, or access to information, access to, oh my God, I'm in this situation and what do I do, right? If you don't know where to access anything or don't have anyone to ask, the issue is just compounded. You feel so alone, trapped. And so to be able to have this, it's really amazing. And I love to hear what you guys are doing, where you're giving access in the schools. It's through the police department. It's through your website. It's through the, family services, whatever it may be, so that, it's not just, hey, you have to get to this website and then track someone down in order to get it. It's everywhere to be able to access these resources.
Well, I can't say enough about this community. Anything that you need, any kind of situation, you call the Moms Club, you call the Lions Club, so many different groups in this town. East Women of Today. Yeah. I don't want to leave anyone out. Right. It's just amazing that everyone is willing to help, and that's really what you need is a community like ours to help as many people as you can.
Right, right. Where do you see the organization going in the future?
Right now, I think our focus is building up volunteers and getting the information out. Over the weekend, I participated in the Easton Pride event, and I was amazed at the support from the Easton community, but I was also a little disheartened on how many people said, "Oh, I didn't know you existed."
26 years. How do you not know we existed?
So that's kind of our focus now, is to really get the word out, both for people who want to help and people who need our services.
Right. We can help you with that.
We love helping.
We're very good at getting the
Denise
word
used
out.
to do a walk every year. I feel like I did the walk one year.
We did a walk for years.
Yeah.
Probably, 17 years maybe.
Bring the walk back.
Well, we just decided to change things up a little bit.
We have talked about it.
Right.
Yeah. There's a lot of competition for walks.
Oh.
So, that kind of was one of the reason.
Pickleball.
Oh my gosh.
Oh,
I love
Pickleball tournament for
totally
hugs.
should.
That's a
Oh,
good idea.
I
Set us
know.
up. Speaking
That's
of,
a great idea.
What?
I got to follow up.
Yeah, Kathy Walsh is not happy.
Oh.
So guess what happened in Falmouth?
What?
So they created this pickleball courts.
They had to close them down.
They had to close it down because 6 of the people in the neighborhood complained. A judge closed it down.
Seriously?
Can you not bring that up? I'm on the rec board, and we have neighbors who are not happy with the new pickleball
I'm
courts.
sorry. I love pickleball, and I think like when we would get calls as a police department,
Yeah.
you know, a neighbor would complain that, you know, teenagers were being loud and they were playing basketball. And, you know, it's like, hello, they could be breaking into your house.
Exactly. Be happy.
They're good kids.
Right.
They're playing.
Leave them.
That's
Stacey,
what
can I
kids
plead the
do.
fifth here, seeing that I'm on the rec commission?
I didn't. So Easton has a pickleball?
We have new pickleball courts,
I did not know that.
and
Oh,
we're
yes.
building 4 more.
Really?
Yeah, it is the fastest growing sport in the United States.
That I know.
And it appeals to all ages, all demographics. It's Stephanie and I are taking lessons, and
Meredith whipped the ball at my knuckle, and I had a black and blue.
That could be
I will-
considered abuse, you know.
I'll never. I need to call hugs. I can't get past it.
it's wicked fun. And so we have to do our advanced beginner, but
Right. We have to set. We need a special time.
yeah, it was a little hard because you
Benny
were
wants to
away.
do
I
it
was
too.
away. Oh,
Yeah.
she does. Okay.
Yeah, she
and
does.
and God, May and June is
It's so busy.
Wow,
Yeah.
so busy.
Yeah.
It's like
It's
December
ridiculous.
where you have 8 million events
Yes.
and parties. Not that I mean, it's great. It just, my husband was asking me if my son could go to baseball on Saturday. I was like, I'm lost. I'm done with the schedule. I can't.
Right. You
Right now, I'm so overwhelmed. I don't know. And then you have the switching of sports and seasons, and
I think you need 3 nannies, one for each of your children to drive them to all their activities.
well, we have an app, and that's been a big change. But it's just making sure everyone populates the app. Anyway.
But you
enjoy
should.
it though, because
I
when
do.
the kids are out of high
I know,
school
I know.
and there's no more basketball games
Right.
to
Yes.
go to. And
No more
Oh, I don't
softball,
regret any
no.
of that. It's
I
just
love
a matter
it.
of like,
I know,
what
it's
last
hard.
night we forgot a lesson, and the instructor was like,
Hello,
"Is he
where are
coming?"
you?
We were like, "I guess not," because
Sorry.
I just paid for that, and
Right.
it's not
Yeah, you can't keep track. It's too much.
whatever.
But have a pickleball tournament at Brown Boulogne.
Yes,
Yeah, you can set it up with Heath Berkowitz. He was on
Oh.
our podcast.
Oh.
Yeah, he's in charge of the tournaments
I know
over
Heath.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, where is that?
Brown Balloon's on Chestnut Street in Easton.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the
So-
tennis club.
Yeah, it's the old tennis club.
That's a
Tennis
great
club.
Yep.
idea.
Yep.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
we'll participate.
That
Yes.
would be fun.
Although, what's our category? 2
No, that's
forget how-
okay. That's okay.
It doesn't matter.
I got Joe doing it last weekend.
You did?
Oh, he is?
Saturday and Sunday.
Maybe
I
we should do
know.
it with Joe too.
What about Roy?
Would Roy? Now that he's so skinny.
I don't know if he's
Roy's
a pickleball
emaciated.
player. But you know what? It's a great way to exercise. It's
I mean,
fun.
I don't feel like it's like that much movement though, Denise.
It's
You're
300
like-
calories on the app, on the Apple Watch. No, you're moving back and forth.
Kind of.
Play with Joe, and he's ditching the balls in the back of the court.
I mean, we haven't really gotten to that stage, so I guess maybe it's just
we
because of-
block and we dink in the
And
kitchen.
Stephanie goes, "Ow!
Yeah.
You hurt me!"
Yeah, I scream every time. I freeze and I don't know what to do when the ball comes.
Oh my!
It's
God.
fun.
Yeah,
I love
is-
it.
It is fun. It is fun.
So, are you guys
fundraising
for hugs?
Pretty much on a continual basis.
How can everyone support you?
So by certainly donating, but also just signing up, through our website, email, just saying, I want to be involved. And then as we have events, we have booths at different organizations and different events around town. When victims need somebody to sit with them and help them and support them, we're all volunteers.
Oh, got it. Okay.
So,
And so, what is the money that you raise? How is that used?
a lot of times it's for direct financial assistance
Okay.
to the victims,
Got it.
whether it's helping pay moving expenses, rent, daycare, transportation,
Right.
all of the expenses that survivors rely on their abusers
Yeah.
to
right.
pay.
Right.
And now we're trying to get them out of that relationship and become independent. And a lot of times it's financial.
Right. Stephanie, you should write a check.
Okay.
We'll write checks.
So yeah, I mean, we take donations all year round. We actually are recipients of donations that people put us on an automatic monthly donation. We have a few of those.
Oh, that's a good idea.
And then we do
Get on that.
usually about a year or every other year we do a decent sized fundraiser.
Well, we went to we were bronze sponsors at the gala.
Yeah.
Weinstein Keach.
But that was Family and Community Resources. Yeah.
Wait, I'm so confused.
Well, did you know
I
you can get
know.
money from Coldwell Banker for, have you in the past?
Coldwell Banker has been supporting us for 26 years.
Perfect. Good.
and they will support you
either-
for another 26
Yeah.
years.
Every year, sometimes twice a year, we get a check
Good.
from Coldwell Banker. And, and people should know that every time there is a closing with a broker at Coldwell Banker, there's a donation to Coldwell Banker Cares.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And that's where the money comes from.
Yeah.
So it actually comes from every single broker for every single closing.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I
goes
think that
into that fund.
that money should be increased. It's been the same.
Mm.
I'm gonna talk to my RVP.
You do that. And I'll let everybody know.
Yeah.
Should go from $5 to $10. It's been $5
Well, it's
forever.
been $5 for probably
That's
20,
yeah,
30
forever.
years.
Yeah,
I know,
It should be.
yeah.
It should be
Yeah,
increased.
I
Yeah.
actually agree with that.
Well, let's wait till the market changes a little bit. I mean,
Come on.
the brokers could use every $5 that they can get right now.
Wow.
Uh,
It's not so bad.
yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Good.
Well,
We're busy.
Yeah.
By the way, we had a good meeting call this morning.
I missed it.
At least I spoke most of the time, so I think I was good.
Oh, do you think people listened, or do you think
I
they
think so.
tuned
They
you
were
out a
like-
little? I'm going to take a private vote later.
Yeah, do that.
I'm sure it was riveting. You do
We have
come
a
up with some
Wednesday
good stuff.
meeting. Every Wednesday.
Yeah,
at
for our
9.
team.
Wow.
Yeah, so we have a Zoom meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Some
it's
people,
new for Stephanie and me.
Yeah.
Because
I'm like,
I'm not a meeting person.
neither am I.
And now we're team leads. So
Yeah.
we need to have
Right,
meetings, pep talk, focus.
Right.
What are you doing? And it's good for us.
It is good
Yeah.
to check in with the gang.
Yeah. We got lots of open houses coming up this weekend.
Yep. Not on Father's. Are you doing Father's Day?
Jess is. Yeah. Are you working this weekend, Denise?
No,
Stacy?
sadly.
Do you work weekends?
Depends
not
what's
to.
going on.
You
I
must.
don't-
Yeah. That's your line of
Trial
Yeah.
prep and stuff.
trial. Wow. That sounds fancy.
But no, this weekend I don't think I have.
So you stand in front of the jury?
Yeah.
I can't imagine the stuff you see. I had jury duty a week ago, and I was traumatized from the 2 cases I could have been put on.
Oh, I
I'm
heard-
surprised
yeah, I
they
saw that.
didn't. That you didn't get on. Were they dismissed,
One was
or they
the
didn't choose you?
rape of an 11-year-old girl
Oh.
by a 40-year-old man.
Oh, come on!
And I was
Meredith.
like, "Oh my God, what if I get put in this?" And then the next was indecent assault on a person under 14. And you both see this.
Yeah.
And like,
Well,
your
you can
job.
imagine the trauma or the toll that would take on a juror, never mind police officers
Oh
and
my God.
nurses and doctors and
Yeah.
counselors and all
Yeah.
those people that see and listen to those stories all the time.
I can't.
It's
I really don't
it's
know how
heavy.
you guys
It's
do it.
really
I don't either.
How do you protect yourself? I've sent text messages out. My friend's husband's a judge. I'm like, please thank him for the work he does, because it's not something I could do, and it's such a needed position. And my friend who, is with the court officer, like, to see this every day, you cannot become desensitized to it. It must impact you over time. It must.
It's not easy.
Right or no?
It's
Or
not
you
easy.
kind of see the positives of it, and
I think it's the positive is what you're doing to help the situation.
right.
So you have a really horrible situation in front of you and you're doing something about it.
Right. Got it.
So that kind of keeps you going.
Right. And that's your volunteer effort too, to be able to channel that as well.
Yeah, we're both.
Yeah. Wow. We deal with we have people who have good credit. They have money savings. They can buy a house. And then we take that little positive group and go find them a home. And the rest is just,
Well, sometimes we have some lousy situations.
I mean, not that bad though.
But
Not-
you can still help with that.
Yeah.
You can educate
Right.
Right.
on fixing your credit and
Yeah.
saving more
Right,
money.
right.
and,
Absolutely.
You know,
Yeah.
Well, sometimes we get a nasty divorce,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
those are hard. Yeah.
And then
I was
Meredith.
just going to say
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you have.
Because, yeah.
And then we
And
tag team. We
right,
bring in the two of us.
Right.
Because
Meredith's
it's better.
like, I'll take her, you take him. I'm like, got it.
And then everybody's happy.
Right.
They don't have to talk to each other.
Right.
There you
Yeah.
go.
it's-
That's
Guaranteed
perfect.
one of the parties does not want to sell.
Yes.
Right. Exactly. Oh,
That's
yeah.
correct. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to try to buy me out, but she only makes $20,000 a year. So we know that's not going to happen.
Right.
A year and a half later, signpost goes up.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, we meet once a month.
Hugs.
Hugs
Yes.
meets once a month.
Where?
On Thursdays at Stacey's office.
Yes. Reservitz McCluskey at 1325 Belmont Street.
It's right across from our office.
I use
Yes,
Andy.
that's
Andy's
right.
one of my.
You
That's
love
right.
Andy.
Yeah.
I'm working
So-
with him now in a couple.
I think I did my will over there.
Probably. I did mine 3 times and I have to go back because I kept getting pregnant.
Why?
And finally, Andy and Dave were like, okay, you guys figure out your situation, and when you're done having kids, then you come back.
Can't you just pencil
I
someone
haven't
in?
even finalized it. I have to do that. Probably not.
You can't, and then initial it.
No.
DocuSign it. Ow.
I got to get that done.
I need
Yeah.
a
My
trust.
dad would be so upset.
Oh, my father, when I got divorced, he's like, "You need a will
Yeah.
right now,"
I know. I gotta
and he
get
kept
it.
asking me if I had my will.
I'm going to prioritize it right now. I'm committing right now to doing it within the next month.
I just have to do my trust. My will's all set.
I don't have
Easy.
a trust.
Well,
I don't
even
need a
once you
trust.
get it done,
Yeah.
I mean, your life is changing all the time.
Right.
You're going to make amends to it every 5 to 10 years, anyways.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get it done, then it's
Yeah.
in place.
Yeah.
And then worry about, more children later.
Yeah.
Meredith, can you have another baby?
No. Nope.
You make such cute ones.
Yep. That ship has sailed. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot.
Well, we know. So, how is our little Hannah?
Yeah.
She's great.
So
Update.
Denise and Joe have a daughter, Hannah, who's been traveling the world.
Mhm.
She is she's like an everything girl.
Mm-hmm.
She's smart. She's athletic.
Beautiful.
She's absolutely gorgeous.
Has her mom's eyes.
Yep. She has Denise's eyes, and she's personality plus.
And she goes to UMass
And she goes in the business program.
business program.
Yeah.
And so now she has some fabulous paid internship. Well, first of all, she just got back from what countries?
Oh, she went to 11 countries.
It's incredible.
11 countries.
But she was in Spain. She was in Barcelona for 4.5 months.
I think they say Barcelona.
Oh, do they?
Yes.
I don't know.
Please pronounce it correctly.
So, so she had a
Barcelona.
great time.
The pictures were ridiculous.
Yes.
I know.
What about her on a surfboard down the sand dunes?
She's
Like-
been wanting to do that. She wanted to go to, I think, Colorado, they do it. So in the off season when they're not skiing, they go down something. I don't know if they have sand over there or what it is. Dirt. Dirt skiboarding.
What was her
favorite?
favorite part
Yeah.
of travels in the countries? What was her favorite country? Barcelona?
I think her favorite country was a certain location in Italy.
Mm.
But she just loved everything. And
Have you guys
the
been to
food.
Italy?
She liked the food. Huh?
Have you been to Italy?
Yes.
Isn't it amazing?
Stacy's daughter was just there for her.
She
her
was.
Yeah.
How many kids do you have?
I have 2.
2 girls?
Yep, 2 girls.
And how old are they?
One's about to be 21 and 15.
Oh,
Ah.
mazzles.
And so the 21-year-old went over?
Yeah, she studied in Florence.
Oh,
Oh.
with high school.
No, college.
Right.
Yeah.
21.
Yeah. Losing it.
I wish I could have done that.
Well,
I couldn't.
Gregory went on a high school trip with his
Mhm.
Latin class.
Yeah.
And then he wanted with UMass, he wanted to do the travel program, but then he decided against it. I
Oh.
said, why? He wouldn't go. And Alexa, forget it. She couldn't leave my side. She barely can leave my side now. She's like, Mom, I miss you so much. She's going to be 28. So now Hannah's done traveling the world. So she's back from her 11-country tour.
Yeah, so
And
she
she-
was home for about 30 days.
And she was bored.
She was bored. I'm like, can you just relax?
Right.
I can't
No,
relax.
she can't.
So now she's in New York City.
with.
She's working for Citibank.
What is she doing, Denise?
Let me look at my notes.
Denise had to write it down. I'm like, I still don't understand. Go ahead.
She just got her desk assignment.
Okay.
And she's working Corporate Solutions FX, and that's helping companies hedge foreign exchange risk on the sales side.
Okay, this is a young woman in her, how old is she?
She's 21.
Wow.
Paid internship.
Paid well.
Paid very well.
Where is she? Is she living in a little space about this big?
No, actually, she's living at NYU.
Oh, cool.
In the dorms there, and she has a suite, so she has a full kitchen.
Of course she does. She's Hannah.
It's basically like a $10,000 a month space.
It doesn't
equivalent.
matter, whatever it costs, but they're paying for her.
Well, they're giving her a $2,000 stipend. The room is like $4,500 for the
Joe doesn't
semester.
care. He'll pay anything for
But
Hannah.
it's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine, so she's doing well. She walks back and forth to Target and food shopping, and there's a fabulous deli right around the corner, and
A nice bagel with a schmear of cream cheese.
Wow.
Right?
she made herself a big old sandwich last night and sent us a picture, and
Of course she did.
it's all about the food, as you know.
Of course.
Yeah. So today was her first day of actually going to the office.
Super cool.
So she had
She actually had to work today.
She had to walk 20 minutes.
What did she
and-
wear? Do you have to dress up?
Oh yeah, you have to dress up.
Oh, so did you have to buy her a wardrobe?
We kind of been buying stuff over the past couple of years because she's had to do a lot of.
What do the girls wear now?
Yeah, what would she
Oh,
wear? What would
I
I
a
think they wear
21-year-old
slacks and heels.
Yeah, and a blouse.
Yeah, and a blouse.
And a belt.
Yeah.
And a belt if you have a loop.
Maybe
Yeah.
a belt. Yeah, and whatever.
crossbody bag, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she bring her laptop, or would there be a computer there?
I think she brings one. Well, I know that she's been for the last week. She's been doing training at home or at her apartment.
Okay.
So she does have her computer, and she bought this cute little backpack when she was in Barcelona. Barcelona. Hey, Barcelona.
Oh, a computer
Um,
backpack.
Yeah,
Nice
yeah. So
bag.
I'm assuming she's bringing it to work.
I wonder if
don't
she
know.
wears a sneaker while she's walking to work.
Yeah, she
and
had to
then
walk 20
changes into the
minutes.
heel.
So I asked her about that last night.
Yeah.
I said, are you wearing your sneakers there and then changing your shoes? And that was her big decision last night because her boss was going to be meeting her in the lobby.
Oh.
So she didn't want to be changing her shoes as he approached her.
Right.
And I said, well, maybe there's a bench along the way, and like 5 minutes out, you can change your shoes. And we had this big discussion about the shoe change.
Oh,
Of
this
course,
is why I asked.
Of course, she had to buy a brand new pair of white sneakers before she went to New York.
Yes.
Now, this is a girl who has probably 50 pairs of sneakers.
It's not enough, Denise.
No.
I know.
And once you start getting into sneakers,
Right, there's
need
just-
more
right.
sneakers.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
It is. You open up that ear.
Wait, so today was her first day?
So today was her first day.
I'm
that
a
she
wreck.
went to the office. I know. I'm like, call me when you get there.
Oh my God, what are her hours?
She had to be there at 8, and I'm not sure when she gets out.
Probably 5, 6.
What is she going to do for lunch?
It can be.
I bet it'll be a long day.
It
she
can
bring
be
her
as
lunch?
late as they want her there.
Yeah. Oh.
And if they keep her there, I think later than the usual 5 o'clock thing, then they buy her dinner and they send her home in an Uber.
Does she want? She probably wants that because then someone's buying her dinner. I would.
Right.
Oh,
I'd be like, I'll stay a little bit longer.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, don't worry, her parents aren't letting her starve.
Yeah. All right.
So I did want to mention that I was telling my son Joey that his father was on the podcast and
Yes.
I was doing it today.
Does Joey want to come on?
So I don't know. I could ask him that, but he asked, oh, did you? We were telling him that we were talking about Hannah and her trip and this and that, and he's like, oh, did Dad talk about me?
We need to talk about Joey.
So that's what I want to talk about, Joey.
I adore Joey. Please fill us in
Yeah.
on what Joey's up
What's
to.
going on in Joey's world?
He's doing fabulous.
He's working.
He is working.
Amazing.
He just joined a crew called Outlander.
Mm-hmm.
They're landscapers.
Oh.
And it's a
Is this on the
fabulous-
Cape?
It is on the Cape.
Okay.
It's an amazing company.
All right.
They offer 401k.
Excuse me.
every
How do I sign up? I don't have a 401k.
every kind of insurance possible.
Stop it.
And they give him a $1,000 bonus if he gets a new recruit to work there.
Nice.
Go, Joey.
Yeah. So he likes.
So
it.
he gave up the
Loves
world
it.
of pizza?
He was dying to get out of the restaurant biz.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
He had
So,
enough.
Yep. So he finally kind of broke that chain. I mean, it's tough when you have a work history.
Yep.
Doing one type of skill, it's hard to find another job doing
Yep.
something else. So, so he's learning all kinds of new things and working
wonderful.
really hard, very exhausted when he comes
I
home.
bet.
Yeah,
And so he's living on the Cape.
he is.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's great.
So is he just working Monday through Friday?
Yes.
Oh, so he has his weekends off.
Which is also a big change.
Oh.
Exactly.
Oh, right, coming out of restaurants.
Yeah, the restaurant. I mean, you work. Typically, you go in at 11. You don't get home till 11.
Yeah.
You're working
Oh,
every
yeah.
weekend.
Yeah.
It's terrible for your
Sounds
family
like our
life
job.
and
It kind
social
of is.
life.
And Stacey's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, my daughter's in culinary.
Oh,
Oh,
wow.
she
She's
is?
opposite. Yeah.
Oh, is she at Johnson and Wales?
Yes.
Oh, that's such a great school.
Does she cook for you?
Yeah.
She does. What's her specialty?
She likes grilling. She's very good at grilling almost anything. She's talking about making lobster mac and cheese.
Oh,
Ooh.
God, that's Tony's
Wow.
favorite.
Wow.
Yum.
So, yeah.
That's decadent.
What does she hope to do?
So right now she's working in catering.
Oh.
And she loves it. So
Oh, that's a
she
hard
may,
job.
Yeah, so she's thinking she may do that. She likes farm to table, that whole.
Oh, yeah.
So that's,
I watch cooking shows every single night.
Really?
Yes, I watch Chopped a lot.
Huh.
And what's the one with the tall chef with the curly hair? And it,
I don't watch it. I think cooking shows are boring.
you do?
So boring.
So you like the cooking competitions?
I do.
yeah. Let me watch this. I'm trying to think
Beat
of who you did.
Bobby Flay.
Oh.
Yeah, beat Bobby Flay.
Ah.
Bobby Flay always wins. It's very hard to beat him.
Surprising.
They
Yeah,
did
I
some,
know.
On his own show.
Well, they did. No, no, they don't know who cooked what. So there's two
Okay.
contestants that they go against each other, and then the judges pick, and then whoever they pick has to go against Bobby Flay. And then the person tells Bobby Flay, says, "What are we going to cook today?" And they're like, "Whatever it is." And so the last episode I watched, the guy made his own ramen noodles. He was making some fancy dish. Bobby Flay still won.
Oh.
And he used a store-bought noodle. I'm like, it's about the seasoning.
Exactly.
Yeah, but I like it. Yeah, I like it. So I watch, Tony watches them. So,
Oh.
because he has some type of an obsession with food.
I still
But-
want that. I talk about it
Oh,
probably
the
every time we're
cheese
on.
wheel.
The
Oh.
Have you
noodles on
girls
the
seen the
cheese wheel.
cheese wheel? They bring out a cheese wheel and they light it on fire. And then they go like this, and then the cheese melts, and then they throw in the pasta.
Oh.
It's a
On
whole
the
thing.
cheese.
Yeah.
Oh.
I
Do
haven't
you buy
tried it.
those for home?
No,
You can't?
don't do this at home.
Where is it that you went to?
Well, that was Aruba, but
Oh.
there's one. I went in Florida, Aruba, and I think I heard there's a place in Boston.
There has to be someplace. We
I
should
would have
find
to
it.
research.
That'll be a good
Yeah.
Father's Day gift for Joe.
Yes.
Yes.
He's making homemade pasta the past couple of weekends.
Oh my God. I
He
don't know
makes-
how you're not 900
He makes
pounds.
homemade bread.
Yeah.
Every weekend is
I-
a new thing.
I blame him. I always say it. I blame him for my weight gain.
Mm.
When I
I'll
joined
blame him
Cole
too
Baker,
for
he's
mine.
like, "Who wants to go for lunch?" I'm like, "I will."
I loved that Joe did that. We'd have soup on Fridays.
Oh, my God.
He'd make
He'd bring
cinnamon rolls.
Yep. Oh, I mean, it was ridiculous. Daisy, I was a size 0 until I joined this company.
Yeah.
40 pounds later,
I was
That's why
not a
my
size
shirt-
0.
my shirt's too tight. This is from years ago. I mean, this is ridiculous.
But it's so good.
Joe Papagno's fault.
And it was a very positive experience because you'd be like, oh, it's soup today. It was
Right.
It was a happy thing.
Or I would go into his office. He's like, "That's who crying into real estate?" And then he'd start talking about a recipe. I'm like, "Oh, that sounds delicious." And that was it. I was fine. He was a good diverter.
Hey, what did you want to talk about, Lulu?
I wanted to talk about this very common bag.
The fanny pack
The fanny
converted
pack.
to a shoulder bag.
Yeah, so right now I have it long, so it's the shoulder bag. When I was in New York and recently in Florida, I mean, it's the greatest thing.
Yeah.
It holds so much stuff. You have the back pocket here, but I also wear it every morning when I go for a walk with my cell phone, and I make it into a belt bag.
Yeah.
So it's not the cutest thing, but oh my God, I am obsessed with the amount of stuff it holds. Now, Meredith has a story about Lululemon.
So I'm in Legacy yesterday. I had to go to Apple. So I've now leave with my Apple laptop, my MacBook. I go to Vineyard Vines. I'm spending money, right? And I'm like, I got to go get my husband some pants.
She's on a roll.
I'm like, I'm going to get it all done.
Somewhat.
He needs pants.
Okay.
But I don't know, the sizing, different stores come up with their own sizing.
Surprised he wears Lululemons.
Yeah.
Now, this is a large, how tall is Sean?
So did you know that Bauer and Lululemon have a partnership?
Who's Bauer?
Hockey.
Oh, Bauer?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. So
Joe wears Lululemons.
they,
Stop
yeah,
it.
the guy's stuff is so
What?
comfortable.
Loves them.
And it's nice
Like a
looking.
stretchy pant?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay.
But so I go in and first, in fact, I talked about this in our meeting. Do you know what I first noticed? Nobody greeted me. That makes a difference to me, right? I come in the store, just say, hi, thank you for coming. Nope. And then two girls come over and they don't see me. I am invisible, apparently, which is fine. This is what happens at this stage of the game. But you would think that they could sell me something, right? I've got bags on me. I'm like spending money. No.
It's like Pretty Woman.
They look very cute in their Lululemon attire. They go over and they're lip glossing their lips.
Size 0, right?
Yep. All the while I'm like, okay. So finally I say, excuse me. And they're like, yes.
So rude.
I said, can you help me find a size for my husband? I need pants. I can't figure out the sizing. I need you to translate. He's a 38, 34, but I can't figure out what size he is. Reasonable question.
It's rude.
They were stumped.
No clue.
They could not figure this out.
It's not what they were hired for.
Do you think he's like a 38, a 36 in the leg? And I said, no, he would be Larry Bird if he were a 36 in the leg. That is not. He is a 38, 34, normal male sizing. She couldn't get it. It was, she said, we don't have that size. And I said, well, he does have Lululemon pants. So, and the girl was like, I'm going to go to the front desk and ask. And I said, okay. And then the other girl says, you know what I think you should do? And I said, what? And she said, you should have him come in here and try the pants on so that we can figure out what size he is. And I was like, I don't think I'm buying Lululemon today. That was my experience yesterday. So poor Lululemon
Lost hundreds of dollars because
They
Meredith
lost
Keach was ready
sale.
to plunk down that credit card.
I mean, and if it wasn't, it's not just me. There had to be other people who came in and they're the front door.
You should have gone.
They don't carry a lot
So
in the
strange.
stores for men's sizes.
Probably not.
And I didn't even go to the store. I just ordered it online.
Well,
And
that's what she could have done, was been like,
Tell you to go
said,
on.
Yeah,
Right.
here we go.
Right.
Or
Let's
she
order
could-
it right here from my iPad that I
Right,
have to
right.
help you order that.
Or how about take a 36 and a 38 and a 42? Return what doesn't fit.
Bingo. There were 18
Denise,
different ways she
you're
could have sold me.
hired.
Yeah. Yeah, it was mind-blowing.
You should have popped into Booty by Brabands and gone to see Kim
I know.
Lazarian.
Well, if I had
Not
more
that
time.
Sean would wear
Yeah.
booties.
No, but
But-
I could have. There's a lot of good stores in there. You could just ding, ding,
Oh
ding,
yeah,
ding,
I
ding,
love
ding.
Anthropology.
I like
You know
Anthropology,
what
too.
though? I don't like the parking there.
I agree. And it's not made for suburban, I'll tell you that.
No. Who drives a Suburban anymore?
Me.
You can't go to Legacy. You have to go in the morning.
I literally
Be one
can't
of the
take the
first.
suburban in the city.
No.
I can't.
No way.
People give her
I
dirty
did.
looks.
I got hit and run
Right.
like 3 times.
You
The guy
can't.
was like, you can't take that in this garage. Go away. I'm like, okay, bet. Yeah.
Poor Meredith.
Well, that's what
She
we have
just
Darren
wanted a
for.
Suburban. It's her dream car. Can I talk about my latest obsession?
Yes.
Baked potatoes.
I love baked potatoes.
I am obsessed.
How do you eat them?
Well, so just a baked potato.
Mm.
I put the oven to 450. I wash the potato. I put olive oil on it. Sprinkle some salt.
Mm-hmm.
Put it in.
Mm-hmm. So you don't use tinfoil?
No,
Okay.
but I put it on a tray.
Russet?
A russet. Always a russet. Now, I will tell you what restaurant in town makes the best baked potato.
Please.
Stone Forge Grill.
Wow.
They have the best baked potatoes. And do you know there's such thing as the baked potato diet? You can eat all baked potato. You can eat them. You can cut them up and put them in the oven. You can eat mashed. You can eat as many potatoes as you want.
Yeah.
And you can eat them anyway.
I eat mine
And
with
is that all
sour
you eat
cream.
on this diet? Is baked
Well,
potato?
I'm not doing it. But now I'm obsessed
you
with
actually
baked
lose
potatoes.
weight?
I feel like that
Now-
would be like our cheeseburger adventure.
Well, no, this woman's like, I lost several pounds on the baked potato diet.
I
You
doubt
can't
it.
you can't douse it with sour cream and butter.
Right.
So I don't do that. But
I do.
Now I wake up
I
and
mean, who doesn't?
every morning I'm cutting up all different vegetables. I just cut up a red cabbage, olive oil, salt and pepper, roasted it. Absolutely. You cut it in
You
wedges.
roasted a cabbage.
It is beyond delicious.
Interesting.
So I've been roasting vegetables every single morning.
Now, 400?
For the roasted vegetables, no. Well, you can.
What do
It'll
you
cook
do?
faster. 350,
Oh,
I do 400.
yeah.
400.
I thought
Okay.
roasting was high heat. No?
Oh, is it?
I do like
I don't know.
425 for Brussels sprouts, and I've been adding zucchini.
Yeah.
Is that how you
I
buy
love
it?
zucchini.
You buy the zucchini,
Yeah. Nope.
and then you don't make it, you
Right.
don't cook it. So
I roast it.
chop it up, throw it in there with the Brussels
Yep.
sprouts, salt and pepper, olive oil.
Yep, that's it. It's absolutely delicious.
That's
And then
good.
you can snack on it all day.
Exactly.
This morning I roasted cauliflower and peppers.
Oh,
Oh, delicious.
Asparagus is good roast.
And I have a sweet potato.
I never buy sweet potatoes. I don't really think of it.
You should try a sweet potato.
Apparently.
What are your kids eating lately? Chicken
They're on a
fingers.
steady diet of
bubblegum.
yesterday they had sour Mike and Ike's, Reese's Pieces,
Mm,
Swedish fish,
delicious.
a
Oh,
bagel.
school's out.
School's out as of today.
Today.
Meredith, what are you doing?
Nothing.
What are you going to do with these people?
Usually I take them somewhere, but they're tired. They're tired. They're like, they need a day to just
Do nothing.
do nothing.
Okay, so that tomorrow will be nothing.
Yeah.
And then what? Then they're going to be bored.
Yeah. We actually have some really fun stuff. The two older ones are going to be in a band together.
Oh.
Yep. Which is pretty exciting on Tuesday nights.
Oh, do they want to sing the new theme song for the show?
Maybe. And lots of lacrosse, lots
Yeah.
of hockey. There are actually two of them. They don't know this, but they're going back to school this summer.
Oh.
So the school offers this social emotional wellness program that was born out of the lockdowns, and they go from 9 to 11:30, and it's free, and they're bused. And
Wow.
Bye.
rec camp was canceled this year because
Oh,
the person
right.
who was supposed to run it withdrew her application a week before it was supposed to go. So that was not
Meredith,
good.
you should have stepped in.
It wasn't my role. I tried to find another replacement and we couldn't. So, which wasn't a surprise. You can't get someone last minute for something like that. So, they're gonna give it a whirl, and Keegan's gonna hate my guts. But it's 3 weeks.
Oh, it's not too
No.
Every day.
And it's not school work.
It's not
gonna
school
be
work.
fun
They'll love
stuff.
it.
And he actually can't go
And
all
they'll be in
5 days.
AC.
Yeah, and I think they'll do a great. I mean, I trust that it'll be fine, and it's better than being idle, right? And it's only 9 to 11:30.
Right.
Big one.
Who's driving and picking up?
The bus?
Oh, right. That's what you said.
That's amazing.
Right.
That's
That's huge.
expensive.
yeah,
That's
it is expensive.
Wow.
And it
Good
takes
job,
a load
Meredith.
off. So we'll see. Shay said, "Wait, what are you signing me up for?" I said, "Lila's going." She was like, "Oh, okay, but what is it?" I was like, "It's supposed to be fun."
Alexa hated camp. I sent her to Maplewood. I sent her all over. She's just not a camper. Gregory went to overnight camp. as many Jewish kids do. Wasn't my choice. He came to us and said, I want to go to camp. I said, what? I didn't go to overnight camp. Your father didn't last at overnight camp. He got into fistfights. And your sister didn't go to overnight camp. I don't feel comfortable. And then I said, fine, Gregory, you can go for 2 weeks. He was 10. So I drop him off at Camp Avoda in Middleborough.
Did you cry?
I pulled over. I couldn't even breathe.
I wouldn't be able to.
I was beside myself. Next thing I know, Gregory wants to stay another 2 weeks. Next thing I know, he wants to stay the entire summer. I said, I want to speak to my son in a private room without any of you counselors around, and I will speak to him myself. So I'm like, Gregory? He's like, I want to stay.
Oh.
I'm like, the whole summer? And that was it. He stayed the whole summer. And I swear to God, when he came home, I had to like deprogram him. He was miserable when he came home, put the blanket over his head. He was doing sports all day, every day with all guys.
Yeah.
They were canoeing, they were kayaking, they were swimming, they were doing ropes, they were going on field trips. I mean, it was amazing. Gregory did send me a letter to please send some type of is a kosher camp because it's Jewish, to send non-kosher brownies because he was selling them underground. Now, of course, what did I do? Absolutely, Gregory. I will send you those brownies. And then he and some of the friends would wake up in the middle of the night and they would use the barbecue because another mother sent like steak tips. It's a whole underground thing that goes on at Camp Avoda. It's so fabulous. I love it. Anyway, at the end of the whole thing, Gregory won, so the director was retiring, and so they had to give out the award, the very first Paul Davis Award, to the #1 camper of all times.
And who got it?
Gregory Paul Weinstein. I said, Gregory, this is like an Academy Award. I'm like, this is going to go down in Camp Avoda history. You are the first recipient of the Paul G. Davis Award. This was very, very exciting for my family.
Well, I mean, I was listening to some parents this morning tell me about how their kids were going for a couple of weeks, and I was like,
I sobbed. I absolutely did.
Yeah,
but guess
they
what?
love it.
Then I got used to it.
Yeah.
Because Gregory was having the best time.
Right.
Like, I can't, he was with all guys.
Yeah.
Having a blast.
Did he go every summer after that?
Every summer, and then he became a counselor. And by the way, you don't have to be Jewish to go to Camp Avoda.
Mm.
It's on Lake Tippecanoe. Tippecanoe?
Middleborough.
Yeah.
Did
In
your kids
Middleborough.
go?
So it's close.
I went to the sister camp. I went to Camp Pembroke for a couple of years.
Did you love it?
I would never have gone to overnight camp.
Yeah.
I did. Not enough to continue because I wanted to try different things.
Yeah.
So after a couple of years, I was like, okay, I want to move on.
You know what happened so Gregory's made some unbelievable lifelong friends because they spent the summers together as guys.
Yeah.
And so and that's what he's really got out of it. So it was a really great experience for him. Alexa went to Maplewood and she asked me to send gefilte fish for lunch with extra gel, and Stacey knows what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
So yeah,
I
but
do
she's
not.
like, I hated it. She just didn't want to leave my side. But yeah, I really, if you can send your kid to overnight camp and he wants to go, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Well, my oldest would have probably moved out 5 years ago if he could.
Right.
He was like, I want to go to overnight camp. I'm like,
Well, that was my
You're
first
8.
thing. I'm like, you can't go.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think he'd love it.
yeah, I do too. I think now that they're a little older. But I have a friend who sent her kid.
Well, some of it doesn't take
It
all the
went
time.
really bad.
Well, that's how Jason Weinstein, Gregory's dad, refused food and water
yeah.
and was beating everybody up because he was so homesick.
Yeah,
And so he
he
had to
was
come
being bullied. It was an environment that wasn't healthy for him, and so he wound up punching someone in the face because he knew that
He would get sent home.
that his mom
Yeah.
would be called, and at that point, because you can't communicate with your parents,
Right.
that he would be able to communicate with his mom to say, "Get me out of here."
Well, some of the parents do stick the cell phone in the teddy bear.
Oh,
There's all kinds of things that go on at Camp Avoda. Oh my god!
but I do think the up and up would be pretty amazing for most kids.
Yeah.
I went to camp. I liked camp.
Yeah.
I didn't go to overnight camp though.
Then Gregory would talk tell stories of the locals coming on the campground.
Oh.
I'm like, not the locals, not the Middleborough people. Ooh. And they had dances. And all the pictures would be uploaded every day. So you'd see Gregory, and they'd have Color War. A helicopter would come, and it would be the announcing of Color War, and you'd be on your teams, and it was unbelievable.
I bet it would be
so much fun.
Just constant activities.
Yes.
Yeah. We'll see.
And illegal snacks.
Illegal snacks.
But yeah. So anyway, so that's it. So where are we now?
On the cusp of summer.
We've got 5 minutes left. Okay, so what else about hugs? Let's finish it up with hugs. So if Meredith and I were to volunteer, so something we would do would be maybe set up a booth somewhere. We wouldn't be directly speaking with.
No, we usually, one of our seasoned volunteers would go with you as well. We have a bunch of handouts. We also have a form looking for volunteers. Most times we have someone that, is in need of services.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, one of us would follow up with that person. And what else?
Have you seen an uptick since COVID? Or no, it's pretty much been status quo.
What do you think?
I think now it seems like during COVID and right after COVID, people were still trying to get along. They were like, this is such a horrible pandemic. Let's just see if we can make it work. And that's gone. And I'm definitely in the last, I'd say 6-8 months, we're getting more calls. We're getting more referrals. And I've certainly seen it just in my practice that people just want to fight more, whether it's violently or just arguing or just not getting along.
I wonder if because the pace of life is picked back up.
Yeah, I think the memory of how horrible the pandemic was and what a lot of people like at that time, what is really important versus not so important, and I think all of that's in the past. I think people have forgotten that.
I've been seeing a lot of road rage.
Yeah, and people are just angry at everything.
Yeah.
I think it's pace of life. I really do. Because when we got locked down in 2020, all of a sudden my harried pace of life came to a screeching halt. And people were puzzling and at home watching movies and
drinking
wine
out of
drinking
a box.
Is a problem, yeah.
Drinking.
But
why are you looking at me, Denise? That's rude.
But all events were stopped.
Right.
It was like, wow.
But it was also, a batterer's dream.
Right.
Because now the victim can't leave.
Oh my God.
And you're stuck 24/7 with this
monster,
horrible person. And, then the stress would build up for a lot of people.
Right.
People lost their jobs. People lost their income.
Died.
We're going to see an uptick in foreclosures.
Right.
Hasn't quite started yet, but we're going to see it in a big way.
Adam, we know.
So there's still some changes that are happening that is going to make life difficult,
Right.
The best way to reach Hugs, whether you're looking to volunteer or looking for assistance, is we have a hotline. It's not a live hotline, but certainly calls get answered and responded to within 12-14 hours. And that hotline is 508-272-1512, or our website and email, and our email is eastonhugs@comcast.net.
And what's the web address?
www.eastonhugs.org.
Got it.
Okay, very good. Well, this has been very informative.
Yep.
Well, thanks for having us.
Deep talk it.
Thank you.
Real stuff.
Nice to see
Deep
you
talk
guys.
it.
Oh, yeah, this was deep.
Real stuff.
Yeah.
But thanks for doing what you do, ladies.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Thanks for the support.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
That's the show.
That's
Talk
the
to you.
show.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye.